wisdom of the ant. There is a creature on Earth that has survived for more than 100 million years. It has witnessed the rise and fall of dinosaurs. It has endured ice ages, floods, droughts, and disasters that erased countless species from history. It has built vast civilizations beneath our feet, organized armies without a commander, and carried burdens far heavier than its own body. And yet, most of us never notice it. We step over it, we brush it aside, sometimes we crush it without a second thought. But what if this tiny creature, smaller than your fingertip, understands something about life that humanity has forgotten? What if the secret to discipline, resilience, unity, and purpose has been crawling beneath us all along? This is not just a story about ants. It is a story about us, about our fears, our failures, our impatience, and the quiet wisdom hidden in one of the smallest creatures on Earth. Beneath the soil lies a civilization few people ever imagine. A vast underground world built not by machines, architects, or engineers, but by creatures no larger than a grain of rice. Ant colonies can contain millions of individuals. Workers gather food, soldiers defend the colony, nurses care for the young, builders carve intricate tunnels deep into the earth. No ant demands applause. No ant asks for recognition. Each one understands a truth that many humans struggle to accept. A small effort, repeated faithfully, can build something extraordinary. Scientists who study ants, called myrmecologists, have spent decades uncovering the astonishing complexity of these tiny creatures. They have discovered that ants communicate through invisible chemical signals known as pheromones, leaving trails that guide others to food, danger, and safety. Without words, they coordinate with astonishing precision. Imagine a human city where millions of people work together with such harmony. No endless arguments over credit. No pride preventing cooperation. No selfish ambition destroying the common good. Just a shared purpose, a shared mission, a shared understanding that the survival of one depends on the effort of all. And perhaps that is the first mystery of the ant. How can something so small understand purpose so clearly, while humans, with all our intelligence and power, often spend years searching for our own? The ant never complains about its size. It never says, "I am too small to make a difference." It simply begins. One grain of sand, one tunnel, one step, and eventually, an empire is born. But the ant's wisdom does not end with unity. It extends into something humans often struggle to master: consistency. Place an obstacle in an ant's path, and something remarkable happens. It does not sit still and complain. It does not blame the world for being unfair. It does not wait for someone else to solve the problem. It searches for another way. Block its trail, and it climbs over the barrier. Destroy its path, and it creates a new one. Again, and again, and again. Scientists have observed ants carrying objects up to 50 times their own body weight. For a human, that would be like lifting a truck. It sounds impossible, but the ant does not focus on how impossible the task appears. It focuses on the next step. Humans often fail, not because we lack talent, intelligence, or opportunity. We fail because we stop too soon. We abandon dreams when progress feels slow. We quit when obstacles appear. We wait for motivation instead of building discipline. The ant teaches us a painful but necessary truth. Success is not built on inspiration alone. It is built on consistency. Day after day, step after step, even when no one is watching. One is watching. Even when the journey is difficult. Even when the destination is still far away. And then there is the ant's most profound lesson: preparation. Long before winter arrives, ants are already preparing for it. While the world enjoys seasons of abundance, ants gather food and store it for the days when resources will be scarce. They do not wait for hunger before they begin working. They prepare while they still have strength. This is one of the deepest lessons humanity can learn from the ant. Prepare before the storm arrives. Save before you are desperate. Learn before you are forced to know. Build relationships before you need help. Strengthen your character before temptation appears. Many people only begin preparing when life becomes difficult. But by then, the storm has already begun. The ant respects the future enough to prepare for it. And perhaps that is why ants survive where many creatures fail. They understand that today's effort can protect tomorrow's survival. One ant alone can accomplish very little. But thousands of ants working together can move mountains of earth, defend their home, and build a civilization beneath the ground. Ants do not compete for personal glory. They cooperate for collective survival. No ant says, "This work is beneath me." No ant refuses to help because the task is difficult. It simply serves. Humans, however, often allow pride, jealousy, and selfishness to divide us. Families break apart because people refuse to cooperate. Communities suffer because individuals think only of themselves. Nations struggle because leaders pursue personal gain instead of the common good. The ant teaches us that unity is strength. When individuals work together with a shared purpose, even the smallest among them can achieve extraordinary things. So the next time you see an ant moving across the ground, do not dismiss it as insignificant. Look more closely. Within that tiny creature lies a reservoir of wisdom and resilience, waiting to teach us something essential about survival, preparation, and unity. Tiny creature lies a lesson in perseverance, a lesson in discipline, a lesson in preparation, a lesson in unity, a lesson in patience. The ant may never speak a word, yet its life speaks more powerfully than many human speeches. It reminds us that greatness is not reserved for the strongest, the wealthiest, or the most famous. Greatness belongs to those who work faithfully, prepare wisely, cooperate humbly, and refuse to give up. If this story has inspired you, take a moment to like this video and share it with someone who needs encouragement to keep going, no matter how small their beginnings may seem. And if you want more cinematic documentaries that uncover hidden wisdom, untold stories, and powerful lessons from the world around us, subscribe to Oryn and turn on the notification bell. Because sometimes the smallest stories carry the greatest truths. And perhaps, if humanity learned to live with the same purpose, discipline, and unity as the ant, our world would become not only more successful, but far more wise.